Okay, TV back here. I was talking about the city and their ordinances and stuff that you might want to check into when you go to do anything in your city or community, rural areas, because they're passing more and more communist laws as they go along, in my opinion. If you're, I don't see how your well would cause anybody any problems whatsoever to drill your own well by hand. On a shallow well. You're not going to have no heavy machinery in there making no noise unless, like I said, the city claims that all water in LaFleur County is theirs, and that's bull crap. It isn't. It doesn't belong to any one person. That's a God-given right to have water there. Of course, you know, they don't see it my way. We've got a lot of problems in our own country with our laws and stuff, and not only problems with our country, we got problems with outside world United Nations, such as North Korea, South Korea, maybe Russia, and also China. But we don't know what our government has made with them or declined on, or what's happened. You know, just exactly what's went on up there, because we're not up there where we can see. It's just like our vote. Most people think, oh, I'm getting the vote. Well, they do. You get the vote. But guess what, folks? I hate to tell you this, but our votes out here on the public working class people really is a waste of paper. Yep, a wasted paper. What it is to appease us, to keep us happy that we got the vote. But the people that puts them in office is powerful, moneyed market men. The people that run the United Nations, America, as well as our trade center, and those power electoral votes is the main ones that counts. Ordinary citizens did not put anybody in office. We are their slaves. Wake up, people. That's exactly what we are. We do as we're told. We have to obey their laws, or they'll send their dogs down on us, what they call lawmen. But nevertheless, the law is the law, and if we break those laws, well, then they'll come and punish us for it. Arrest us, maybe hurt your family in the process. You know, what are you going to do? Fight one another, fight with your own system? I don't know what the answers are. If we do, they'll kill your family, maybe kill you, jail your butt, and make you a criminal. Just defend the defense of your own home and your property. Anymore, you don't have any rights, not in America, or any other country, never have had. I'm not saying that America's worse than any place else. No, I'm not saying that at all. But it's just getting about as bad as some of the other countries on its domineering control. Dictatorship. That's what we have. We think we got free America. I just love that song. Goes, this land is your land, this land is my land. Ha! Bunch of crap. It's their land, and if they only let you set up on it as long as you'll pay the tax on it and be a paying tax citizen. If you'll check back when the North and South had their war, I'm not saying that the South was altogether right neither, or the North. A lot of folks died on both sides of the river on that deal. Some were even kin against kin in their beliefs. Alright, but if the South had won, we would have had a free nation today. I really believe that. A freer nation. One that would have been a better nation for most people. Now, on the other hand, I'm not a racist. I know the blacks has had it rough in those days. And I know I'm not for slavery. But since they freed the black man, the old men that are low income now are in the same boat the black man was. In fact, your black man, some of your black folks have high careers, good paying jobs, own businesses, and that's okay. They have that right. They've earned it. If they worked their tail off in their degrees and got where they got by working their tail off. Some of them did, just like a lot of whites have too. Well, you know, I'm not picking on them because, you know, on anything at all. But the thing about it is, ever since the war of that South lost, a lot of freedoms went down the drain on our property owning rights. There was a time when only property owners were allowed to vote in America. A lot of people don't know that. Some people do. And there was a time when women wasn't allowed to vote. Now women are allowed to vote, work in the man's jobs. Not picking on women, because men has gotten, some of them got so lazy they wouldn't support them anyway. But that's aside the point. A man was supposed to support his wives, or wife, whatever, and his family. And as long as he was physically able to do so, or find a way to do it as he could. All right. Now that's the way it always has been, up until the last probably 30 years or 40, when welfare came in effect. You know, back there, and it was a good thing to start with. But now it seems like the whole world's on it just because they don't have a paycheck. It was set up for disabled, sick, and the old and the blind, and mentally dischallenged. It wasn't set up for drunks and druggies and everything else, and foreigners to sit on our American checks and on the government aid like it has been. It wasn't set up for that. But now everything's went to crap. You know, they were griping about the seniors living longer and everything and having to pay on them longer. Well, they gave them that right. From 65 on, they're supposed to have old age assistance pension. And it was for senior citizens at that point because they're too sick and old to work. Some of them are. Some of them aren't. Some of them don't mind working, but a lot of people, for as manual works, you're pretty much past it when you get up in your 60s. You're not going to be the man you was back when you was a young 20 or even a teen or 30-year-old man. You're starting to slow down. We can't help it as we get older. And if you have any physical disabilities or injuries during your life, like most of working men do, back trouble, lung trouble, heart trouble, cancer, you know, knee joints go out, you know, crippledness, blindness. A lot of things happen to a man, then he can't support his family. So then they have the aid for him, and that's good that we do have those programs. But here's the bad part. All they do is sit around and harass that poor old disability guy or woman on the check continuously, telling them they can't make but only what they give them, or they'll cut their darn pension dollar for dollar, take away their medical coverage for fear they'll take it all away. You know, and the little old pension they give them, they know damn well you can't live on it. You exist on it. You know, ridiculous, because $700 a damn month will not pay all their bills. Everybody knows that. Not utilities, water, electric, gas, as high as they are nowadays, and be able to buy your medicines and eat. And you need a car, at least one car or a truck to get around, and to get your needs hauled in, your groceries, your food, your family hauled in and out, if you have a family. But you need a way to get there to do it. And they gripe about it if you happen to mow a lawn or little old lawn. Oh hell, God forbid you go out and mow a lawn for $10 to get a little gas to cut your own grass with. Shit. I'm just telling you, there's a whole lot to both sides of the story on disability. I've lived at both sides. I've worked for many years, and then I also been on disability now for the last 23. But I have worked part-time to survive. You cannot live on a pension. Not entirely. The government ain't going to let you unless you got a big enough pension. Anyhow, you can stretch that dollar only so far and manage it so much. My electric bill this month was right at $400, $384. And then my water bill was $70. Not counting my life insurances and other things that you have to have that the government don't allow you to have. That you gotta have to be buried. That's what I'm saying, damn it. And pay your final expenses, unless they want you to screw the world when you go out. Everybody that you owe